Hey friends, there's a saying, picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, when it comes to networking, that couldn't be more true. Network diagrams are like your GPS for IT pros, helping us navigate through troubleshooting, documentation, networking with ease. Now in this video, I'm going to show you two free and super easy tools that you can use to draw your network diagrams when it comes to PowerPoints or being it online. Whether if you're a student, a new grad, or a seasoned pro, having a clear map of your network is a game changer. So stick around because we're going to make network diagrams simple and fun here. Perfect. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to this specific website that I have pulled up here. It's a GitHub repository again. These are called affinity diagrams. I'll give you the link how to download these. So once you get to this specific link, what you want to do is you just want to go to these SVG files, and there are a bunch of files that are available: circle, naked, square, and then there are certain colors. Let's look at blue, for example, right? So what I can do is if I want to download a camera which is blue, right? And again, it shows you what it looks like. And I'm just going to go ahead and download all of these, and you can pick up the ones you like, a DNA, download it. Mainly when I'm looking for something very common that I want to look for, right? For example, it's a firewall. If it's something like a building that I want to show in my diagram that I have, there are a whole bunch of them here, right? So it doesn't matter which ones you like, depending on what kind of diagram are you building on and how does your network diagram look like at this point. You can pick whatever you like. Once you've done that, all I need to do is close this. And here I've just brought up a PowerPoint. What I can do is so download all those images that you have. I'm going to copy all of these. I'm going to select all of these here. Simply go right click, copy, nothing too complicated there. Go to my PowerPoint that I've just opened up and dump them there. Now, if you see here is you just resize them and you can just see what you have. I have a whole bunch of pictures that I've just downloaded, different colors. It had few different colors like green, red, blue, and it also had gray. So I downloaded the ones that I really needed, and I'm just making them available to me. Now you can save this PowerPoint as call it my icons or my network diagram icons, whatever you like to call it, and you have them all, right? And then once I start to collect all of these over time, and all I need to do is now start creating one, right? So if I'm doing a few here, before this video I downloaded a bunch of more here. If you see, they're right here. I have a firewall, I have a switch, I have a wireless access point, I did put a printer there, a factory, a phone, all these are right there. A satellite connection, a cloud to show my ISP, or a globe to show internet, whatever your use case is when you're trying to show something. Now when I go to a network diagram, that looks pretty simple, right? But at the same time is looking pretty decent, where in this case I'm just showing I have two ISPs, I have a firewall, which are two of them, a pair of firewall connected in high availability, one going to one ISP, other one going to other ISP, and then I have a couple of distribution switches. I'm also showing Ether channel here, and I'm using all these tools that are already inbuilt. The lines, the way I built them was just using through these arrows, right? And same thing was through the Ether channel, and I have all these different VLAN users that I can show now. I also built a little table showing that these are my VLANs and associated IP addresses with it. Very quickly, simply, I can make a very complex diagram if I want, and if I want to make something very simple as what you see on the screen, and yet it is something that you can modify easily on time, because sometimes we're using tools like snip tools, which you make a diagram and now it's almost impossible for me to go ahead and change it. But if it's a PowerPoint, you can just move these around and just add them as you like, right? So in this case, if I wanted to add a phone here, which was supposed to be a wireless phone, I can simply go here, paste it here. I have a phone now which is going to be also connecting to the wireless access point as well in this, right? Again, a very simple, but does not mean it's not powerful, yet very powerful, because you have everything in PowerPoint. So not just for this one, but for any other diagrams that you're going to make or any other reports you're going to create, hopefully they will help you score more in your reports, because presentation is everything in my opinion. Now the second option I see here is if you go to this website, draw.io, it opens up a website here. I'm going to pretend as if I'm going to open up a new project in this case. You could have been working on an existing one as well. Now something to also remember here is this also gives you option to save stuff on your Google Drive, OneDrive, or locally on your computer as well. Now you have more options. You can pick up a whole bunch of stuff here. You see AWS, Kubernetes, GCW, Cisco. I have selected some of the Cisco ones so that I know that I can create some diagrams because I'm going to be working on a network diagram at this point. But again, it comes with a whole bunch of options that you want to work on. So let's start to pick up some of the stuff that we want to build. Now, when you start to build a network diagram, remember that you either build bottom up or top bottom, right? So let's say I want to start with a cloud here. That's where everything is going to go, right? So that is mine. I want to make sure that, okay, I have an internet connection. So that I'm just showing a cloud in this case. And then I can pick up a firewall in a security case if I like to, or let's say I don't want to show a firewall, I want to use a router. But that's up to you depending on how your diagram is set up or what you're going to pretend in this case. And all the options that you see that are showing up here are dependent on the options that I have picked up. So a lot of options, different colors, nice looking diagrams. So you can pick what you like. In this case, I'm picking up a router here. Now I could have just one router or I could have two routers depending on again your design. Then I have switches. But what I've also noticed is if you go under Cisco 19, that is where it shows me more modern, I would say, looking diagram. So I'm going to put like a multi-layer switch, which is a layer 3 switch. I could again have one of them or I could have two of them. Maybe I'm trying to run like a VRRP between them where I'm trying to make sure that I have redundancy. This is more like my distribution layer, and I've just pulled up another access switch there. Now this is my switching. Now what else is going to be connecting to switching? I can also make these connections now. For example, okay, you're connecting to this switch, and then again I have some different options. You can pick up straight line, which makes it straight, and you can also select another line here. So I'm going to make another connection here, and now maybe they're also using connections between them so that they use something like a VRRP so that they can use like one. On the right side, this is where you can pick up different colors. Let's say I want my red line to become red. If you don't want an arrow, I can make sure that arrow doesn't look like an arrow. It can just be none, or I could have arrows. I can make the lines thicker, and I can also have a little flow. I think this looks very nice. It makes the diagram look as if the data is flowing from one switch to another. Makes it look pretty interesting, I feel. And then obviously you can have wireless stuff now. Again, if you go under Cisco 19 diagrams, I have noticed that this is where the better diagrams are. So I can pull up like a access point that will be connecting to the switch, a little Wi-Fi icon. I can again swing it around so it's pretending as if it's down. Now let's try to look for some endpoints. I'm looking for endpoints here so I can place like a desktop or laptop or a phone depending on what you want to show here. I can go ahead and take that and I can drag and drop down there. A very simple way of creating a diagram which is online on any browser, could work on your phone, could work on your iPad, work on your laptop, and you can share between your friends. You could open up in a Google Drive that has been shared with friends. So if you're working in a group, again, very easy way to work together. All right, so we covered two awesome tools today. The first one is perfect for those who love working in PowerPoint. It's super handy for quick presentations. And let me be honest, most of us are already using PowerPoint for tons of things. So second tool is an online option, which is great for when you want to collaborate with your team. Now share your diagrams and work together in real time as well. So which one should you choose? Well, it really depends on what you really need. If you're presenting or working solo, PowerPoint might be your tool to go. But if you're group settings, the online tool gives you the flexibility to collaborate as well. Now, in my opinion, both are fantastic, and the best part today is they're both complimentary and free. So give them a try, see which one fits your workflow better. Thanks for sticking around, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's give you more tech tips for the future. Bye for now.